Hi, my name is Michael Roberts and I'm the team psychologist at London Irish, and we thought it would be quite a nice idea to perhaps share some tips with you based upon what we sometimes do with the players. So, at the moment it's a particularly stressful and difficult time. I think everyone's experiencing that. So I think at the moment we're particularly stressed, and usually what happens with stress is that it raises, or we experience stress when we don't think we've got the ability to handle sort of the demands of a situation. So what we try and do with the players to help resource them and give them some of the skills, some of the abilities which they can then use in the face of difficult situations. Going home after a long day, it's vitally important to be able to just kick back and relax. A tip that certainly the players look to use is a nice breathing exercise where you breathe in for 4 through your nose, hold your breath for 2, and then breathe out your mouth for 4. And that can be done 6 to 8, maybe even 10 reps. What that does is lowers your heart rate, helps you feel a sense of calm, can sometimes also help you deal with emotions a little bit better. You get less caught up in your emotion, start to think a little bit more logically as to what is required of you, or what you'd like to do perhaps that evening as well. Another one which can be used is also planning. Now, the first strategy is more to do with a sort of emotion-focused coping. Maybe when there's nothing much we can do about the situation, we have to deal with our emotions. When maybe there's something that we can do about the situation, we can engage in more problem-focused coping. So actually, maybe action planning for the next day. So if you've got a particularly stressful time at work, actually having a plan in place for what it is that I can do the next day in order to meet the requirements of my job, for the sake of argument, can give a sense of control, which again can help reduce or alleviate that sensation of stress which we have. Also having a few ideas of, okay, if a stressful situation comes up, what am I going to do? So having a few what-if statements in your action plan can be useful. So, okay, if this happens, then I'm going to go and do that. And finally, I think the last thing to leave you guys with is sometimes switching off can be particularly difficult. So it's more sometimes about switching into another activity as opposed to switching off from something else. So maybe engaging in a meaningful or fun activity that you enjoy doing, which could be as simple as sitting back and watching some Netflix. But on another occasion, it might be doing a puzzle, playing with your kids, obviously, depending on what it is that you have available to you at the time. But certainly switching into something else could be a nice way to sort of re-energise and restore your energies for the next day at work.